My name is Francesca Dobies, and I'm a painter, makeup artist, and fine arts major at NJCU. As an artist, I've always been drawn to the things that maybe aren't so light in nature, but that evoke an emotional response. I remember being 8 years old and seeing Van Gogh's Starry Night for the first time, and realizing I was crying. So I touched my cheek and I was thinking, why am I crying? And I remember then looking again at that same image after I knew more about Van Gogh when I was a bit older and I understood what it meant to feel pain, and I realized why I had been crying. Because this image was invoking in me what he felt when he painted it, and as an artist, that was what I wanted to do. I wanted to be able to show how I was feeling and open that feeling up to someone else. I think since this was my connection to art, I always had a hard time not appreciating but connecting with certain modern artists and their work. I don't connect to the work so much that I feel is about sarcasm or negative commentary. I love that stuff, but to me that's not what art is about. I'm always very sarcastic and cynical. It's ingrained. So for me, art is a way I can allow myself to open up non-verbally and feel. And frankly, a lot of contemporary art was not doing that for me. And it's not like the art has to have a positive or happy emotion. It just needs to be some type of outlet. I like to feel catharsis when I look at work. I did have a connection to land art. I liked the spirituality of it, the reconnection with the universe and the earth that we so thoughtlessly mistreat. But despite finding a deep appreciation for it, it still didn't really mirror what I wanted to accomplish with my art. But finally, Anatsui's work was brought to my attention, and I actually did feel a connection with exactly what he was trying to do. Anatsui's work is a combination of that chic, modern art that everyone loves and a traditional African strip weave textile, the kente cloth. First of all, I think that the merger and connection of these two different styles of art instantly make the work more complex and innovative than a lot of things I've seen. People can appreciate his work from a purely aesthetic point of view, or if you're like me and stuff like this is important to you, you can dive into the deeper meanings behind his work. Anatsui creates his work with pieces of aluminum, sometimes bottle caps from alcohol recycling stations, scraps of metal, and sews them together into little squares with copper wire. He calls the squares units, and he and his whole studio of assistants make the units and experiment moving them around until he finds the combination he likes. The units become giant, malleable, metallic cloth-like sculptures that can be hung on the wall and pinned up in different ways. He has the added element of making his work out of recycled materials, commenting on the environment, waste, and disposal. I like to think of it as El Anatsui is giving something back, trying to take a little of the ugliness humanity has inflicted on the planet and make it into something beautiful. The way he hangs the sculptures off the wall to make different shapes also plays with the concept of positive and negative space. His works are about unity. Not only do they unify these two art movements, but they have aspects for everyone to enjoy. Sculptors, environmentalists, those who enjoy studying culture or jewelry and textile making techniques. There are endless things to admire, including just the power of the piece itself. His works are large, and you can definitely feel what El Anatsui wanted you to feel, which is all the hands and souls that have worked on and touched this piece. And the elements of it. The bottle caps, the assembled pieces, the people who hung it on the wall, and even the people who looked at it before you really feel their presence, that the work itself is full of that life. And standing in the wake of all of that life and seeing all of those lives equalized by this art literally put on the same plane is amazing. And it gives me that emotional response that, to me, is art.